Okay, it is a beautiful morning on the Ozark Highlands Trail. Just starting out at Fane Creek, and we're going that way. Okay, well, I have made it to the rock house. So I'm about 4.5 miles in, and right here along the trail is the rock house. It is rock walls that were built underneath a ledge to make a house. It's called the rock house. And I am going to stop here at the rock house, and I am going to take off my shoes, and I'm going to rest for a little while because I have spent a good long day so far hiking. In the back of the rock house is a well. We'll see if there's any water in it in a minute. But this would be kind of a cool place to spend the night and get out of the rain. The rock house. Here's kind of a rare sight on the OHT. We've got a little bridge that crosses this little ravine that's by the road. We're just about ready to cross the pig trail, the road that everybody used to use to go to the Razorbacks games. So we're just about ready to cross the pig trail. 5 miles into the day, 6 miles left to Hare Mountain. It was a slog this morning. It was just a really tough climb all morning long because I had to climb literally all the way from Fane Creek all the way up to basically the top, or pretty close to the top of this pass that you come through to get through the Boston Mountains. But now it's going to be almost, gotta watch this step here, this is steep. Oh, now it's going to be almost flat, at least not a whole lot of ups and downs, to camp tonight, because I'm just about at the same elevation as camp is. Nothing coming that way, nothing coming that way, but we better cross quick because this road is on a curve. So, headed east. Well, this would have been dry in October when I hiked, I'm sure, but there is plenty of water flowing on the trail this time. Here in this water, I think I could just hang out here for hours. Well, it looks like the trail joins. Maybe it doesn't look like it's been traveled in a while. Maybe an old four-wheeler or Jeep rode for a little while. But while the trail is easy, this morning it was really tough. It was steep. I climbed for close to 5 miles. I did nothing but climb with just a few little breaks here and there. And now the trail is just really nice and flat for a while, which is a nice break because I can make some progress without getting too tired. I tell you what though, it is so nice just to be out here in nature, to experience what God has created, and also just to spend some time with God, just talking to Him. And I think everybody needs to do something like this. We get way too plugged into social media. I do. Way too plugged into social media. Way too plugged into all these things that we're doing, and we just don't find the time to get away, be alone, where we can think, where we can pray. And what better place to do that than just to spend time out in the middle of nature on a beautiful backpacking trail, seeing some beautiful scenery. It's just wonderful. Looks like a landslide here not too awful long ago. See the root ball and the logs and everything. But the cool part about this little spot is the view. So I came around that hill over there and all around over here and all around over here and back up in here and then back up this way today earlier. And this is just a beautiful view spot. It's just so nice and quiet in the woods. I have 2 miles left to get to Hare Mountain. And to be honest, my feet hurt and my legs hurt. And I think I am probably going to sleep soundly tonight just because I've worn myself out today. But the last half of the day, this trail has really been something that I can't complain about. It's just been pretty flat and pretty nice. Ozark Highlands Trail, mile 38. If you hike the section from Fane's Creek to Hare Mountain, the climb out of Fane's Creek is about 4 miles of brutal. It really is a pretty steep, relentless climb. But man, I can't complain, because once you pass Rock House, the trail is really a lot like this the rest of the way. This is some of the nicest, smoothest, flattest, easiest walking trail I've experienced so far on the OHT, with the exception of the old railroad bed on the other side of Cass. This is really nice. Well, I'm almost to the top of Hare Mountain. I think I've got 3/10 of a mile to go. But this is what I'm going to get rewarded with in a little bit. The views are going to be spectacular. This last little climb up Hare Mountain was kind of brutal, really steep for the end of the day. But I think the reward is going to be well worth it. This is absolutely beautiful up here. Let's just get a few more feet up here and we got a view. I've got a view to show you. I've got a really awesome view to show you. Are you ready? Here it is. Oh my goodness. How gorgeous. Believe it or not, on the top of Hare Mountain is a well. An old hand-dug, rock-lined well. And that's where I'm going to get my water. And I don't know if you can see it, but right through the trees, right back there, is an old chimney of the house, fireplace and chimney of the house that used to be up here. So all along the top of this hill, or this mountain, is this big rock wall. And somebody spent a lot of time stacking these rocks, and it runs way down there. But what's kind of cool is when you get up on top, you realize it's a retaining wall, and all the dirt up on top, there's a lot of rocks in it, but they're small rocks, and it's all real spongy. And this apparently is what we call Razorback Ridge. It's way down on that side, and it's way down on that side. But in the middle is this really cool trail that runs right down the ridge, and I'll be hiking out on this trail tomorrow. But I guess Razorback Ridge is just kind of famous for its views. So people come here and camp at Hare Mountain and enjoy the views. So we're going to get probably an amazing sunset tonight from Razorback Ridge. So it's about 6:30, 6:45 in the morning, and I am leaving Hare Mountain. My hope today is to get 13.8 miles down the road to the Lick Branch Trailhead. That's going to be my goal for this evening. That's where the van's parked. Hiking this morning along Razorback Ridge, headed away from Hare Mountain. Got about 2,800 feet of elevation drop today, and I've got about 1,500 feet of elevation gain. So the day is going to be primarily downhill. So I'm hoping that I can pull that 13.8 and be comfortable doing it. That'd be the most I've hiked so far. But this has been a beautiful place. I would recommend Hare Mountain to anybody. There's 2 different trailheads, one on either side, where you can park and make it a 4-mile to 5-mile hike into Hare Mountain. So it's a great place just to do a quick in, camp, and out. It's a beautiful place with beautiful campsite and water most of the time from the well. This would be a great place to come. Here we go. One more look off of Razorback Ridge before I start my descent. Isn't it beautiful this morning? I just can't get enough of this ridge. It's beautiful. And the views you get while you walk it. I think this has to be, so far, the most beautiful part, at least trail-wise, that I've seen of the OHT. Just gorgeous. I love it. Such a nice morning this morning. 50, 52, 53 degrees. Real comfortable to hike. It's going to be about 60 today. You know, nature and what God has created for us to live in. If this is what it looks like in its fallen state, I wonder what it looked like before sin. It's just amazing. Here's something that has almost disappeared in these mountains. And it used to be here continually. Back in like the 1800s, late 1800s, when the railroad expansion was going in the United States, a lot of southwest Missouri, northwest Arkansas mountains were logged, and they took the white pine for railroad ties. But every now and then you find this nice, cool white pine forest that's still left. And I can hear my voice echoing off the trees. But this is a beautiful white pine stand of timber. on the way down off of Hare Mountain onto Morgan Mountain. And it is impressive. Beautiful. As tall and straight and big as these are, you can understand why they wanted them for railroad ties and why they logged it. But, oh, this is absolutely gorgeous this morning. The water's flowing good this spring. It's kind of nice. In October it was so dry, and now there's water everywhere, and it's beautiful. Harrods Creek. It's beautiful. I've done 5 miles so far today, and it's only 9:15, so I've actually made really good time. Getting ready to climb away from Harrods Creek after I take a break, and it's going to be slow. I'm going to take my time, hike real slow, hike real easy, but I'm amazed. I've done 5 miles already today, and I'm feeling good. Made it to Indian Creek. It's the first water that's anything that I'm gonna have to wade. Nice water in here. 50 miles into the OHT. I have 5 miles to Lick Branch. Getting really close to, I think it's pronounced the Marioni Wilderness area, where it's just supposed to be kind of spectacular, but this is what's greeting me as I get close. Wonderful trail. Well, the trail is going to go along the base of these massive cliffs, which is kind of awesome. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful in this little valley. It's really rough, rugged, and rocky, but it's absolutely beautiful. This is so cool. So there's the trail symbol for a sharp right turn. And if you look at the trail, it comes up here and then whoosh, we're gonna go right down through this crevice in the rock, and we're gonna go between some big boulders. Kind of cool. This is mile 54 point something. I only have about 9/10 of a mile left, and I'm at the trailhead and done with my hike. So it'll be a 13.8, I guess, right at 14 mile day.